Welcome back to my latest straight pool breakout review. Tim here to break it all down for you. Smash the like and sub to the channel to support the channel, that is, and comment down below. I promise to get back to your comments. It might be a week after you comment, might be a month. I don't know. You just never know with me. I'm so flaky. All right, made that one. Okay, come around. I felt like I was kind of tilting at this point. I was like, man, it's not like I had been playing a lot today, but man, I was missing easy shots. And then finally got a pretty good run here. Got a pretty good run here going. Straight pool, continuous. You can hit any ball, you just gotta call it, and then you just gotta try to keep it going. So I was trying to play a little more loose. I don't know what I was up with my aiming. I think I was undercutting everything. It's like just aiming at the center of the object ball every time. So I think I might have been like gripping the cue a little too tight. Sometimes you go to shoot with your whatever hand, like for me, my right hand, and if I like squeeze my fingers together as I'm shooting without even realize I'm doing it, and that can cause a problem with your cue just kind of skewing off course. So I gotta just for a while just not try to power everything so much and just kind of let the cue do the work. Just I don't know how smooth my shot really is right now. But I mean, there's things where you kind of figured out at one point and then you forget about it after a while, and then you remember it again. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm not doing that. Or make sure I am doing something that I'm not doing. But let's see, what did I end up doing here? I think do I have the 6? Yeah, I must have the 6 here. Oh yeah, this was a nice shot here. See, watch the cue ball action on this one. This was nice. 3 rails back around. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. That was a nice shot to get me back in position. Now I got the 1 ball would be a nice break ball. I don't know. I'm gonna preserve it there. Hit the 4 in, and what do I do here? I think did I just draw this back? Or no, that's right, I follow it up off the rail. I wanted to go into the 7 and the 8 and break those out. I didn't want to just hit the 1. I wanted to get the 7-8 out of there and open those up. So this was a nice shot too. Little top spin, not too much. Yeah, perfect. I was happy with that. And gives me a straighten shot on the 1. Of course, I was kind of wanting that for my break ball, so maybe I should have left that actually. Yeah, I don't think I even really thought about it at the time. I was just like, hey, straighten shot, just freaking draw it back, boom. Trying to play with a little more rhythm, but when I try to play with rhythm, it doesn't seem to work. I just miss shots because I'm not spending enough time lining them up. But maybe I can get to the point here. Working at an okay pace here. And yeah, I came back up table. was thinking maybe just set it up for the 13 ball there, but I mean, that's fine, I guess. Kind of hard to mess that up. There's a bunch of different options. Everything's kind of open. So here I went with low right because I just wanted to come off the rail straight across, but yeah, it was actually too much low right. So I don't know what I was thinking here because I didn't want to, I actually went into the 7. I didn't want to hit the 7. I just wanted to come straight over. Line up for the 10 actually. I was going to line up for the side. But yeah, I like came back into the 7, so I should have just used a little draw, but forget the right hand spin because that, especially being that close to the ball, it really came off weird. But it seems like a lot of times, like even when I try to use some low, maybe the spin affects it more than whether or not you follow or draw on those rail shots. Maybe you just like sometimes you don't even realize you're putting a tiny bit of right or left spin on it, and that's what's causing it to come off the rail, like, and go up or back, one of the two. So maybe something to think about. Just the slight nuances. And then, yeah, so I kind of messed myself up here because now I got the 10. I mean, that goes, but, or is that the 10? Or is that the, yeah, I think that's the 10, maybe the 12, whatever it is, in the side. But then I figure it's going to graze off the 7, and then I don't really know where the 7's going to end up. Like, is it just going to be in a horrible spot, like right on the edge? And then where's the cue ball going to go? So I try to go top left on this to get it to come all the way back around. So maybe I'll at least have some sort of shot on the 8 ball there. I think that's the 8, maybe the 4, dark one, whatever. Then, ooh, I thought I scratched on that. But yeah, that was a horrible result. I don't know why it didn't like come all the way around. Did that even hit the 7? I don't think it even did. It didn't move at all. I thought the 7 was gonna cause it to change the angle, and so whatever. So yeah, but I might have an opportunity here. This is not an easy shot. I'm just gonna try to roll it forward here. Maybe I'll have the break ball after all. Side pocket break. This could potentially work. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's actually perfect. Crazily enough, that is perfect. So bear with me, I'm just gonna re-rack here and we shall continue on. This is what we want. To keep the run going. Try to break my record of 29. That's a pretty bad record, but remember, I just started doing this like a couple weeks ago. You know, for me to even clear a rack and keep it going is a huge accomplishment. Just gotta hopefully make this. Like I said, I've been actually having pretty good luck with making my break balls once I actually get to this point, which is always nice. This is what it comes down to. I was watching Fedor Gorst, I think, and then some other guys, Shane Van Boning. These dudes are like so good. They just rack and just break without even barely thinking about it, and just blast into the balls and just keep running balls. And Just racking up huge runs. So that was nice. That is nice. We are in business. Let's keep this run going. We're up to 15. And we got a shot here on the 13, it looks like. I'm just gonna come back into the cluster here. Got the 2-ball. Regardless of what happens, the 2-ball is gonna be sitting good. Yeah, when you're going into a stack like that, you risk being stuck. So you kind of want to have an out. Here you got the 1-ball. Just gonna gently hit this in with a little draw. Don't want to mess anything up there because I got the 2 just sitting there. So I don't want to like complicate my life. 6-3 there too is wired up, which is kind of nice. So I'm actually going to set up for that here. So I don't really have, this is like too straight in to really do anything with. I don't really want to come back into that row of 3 balls. I don't really have an option to follow. Even if I cheat the pocket, I don't know what I'm hoping for. Try to come back down table, you know. So no point in leaving it to chance. I'm just gonna, I don't want to draw it too much either, so I think I just kind of, yeah, I just tried to draw it back a little, but just kind of stay there. That's fine, because I should be able to hit this combo in. And then my only fear is that it could, I don't want the cue ball to get away from me and go down table. And with the angle I hit this at, it could very well do that. So I'm just going to use a little draw and actually I don't know if that was such a great idea. Maybe I should have just followed this in hindsight. Let's see. I thought I would just go into the 13 ball or the 15 ball there and just kind of slow it down and stop, which it did, but that's not really, it's not really helping me with anything because, you know, I should have just, I don't know, anything other than this. I mean, this doesn't really put me in a good spot here. I have the 9 in the side, but then I see that I also have, I think, what is that, the 14 ball and the goes in the corner, which I figured that makes the most sense. Of course, I'm worried about the scratch. I mean, but on the other hand, if I go for the 9, I mean, that can scratch in the corner too, and so I don't really like that option. I just felt like the 9 is okay. I try to go for the side, but then I'm like, I either like scratch possibly, plus I'm sticking myself up on the top rail with no real shot. I'd rather at least be down table. But you'll see this ends up being disastrous, what happens. But interesting to think, like, where would that, okay, it goes in, but where that cue ball would have actually ended up anyway. Who knows?